Hello Chipsters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Yes, another one. Seems to be going through a month of 1001 videos. Never mind. You can run but you can't hide. We're looking at an unboxing today. Yes, I've got models everywhere. There are figures. One's completed. You'll see that in the week. Well, two lots of figures are completed actually. You'll see in the week. It's just been model heavy the last couple of weeks. This is for Joachim and Marcus's group build. So that's Joachim from Urama Model Bow and Marcus from Scout Venture. And it's a 1 in 7. Oh, it's the wheeled vehicles in military use. I believe that's what it's called. And I'm doing the HEMTT, the M983A2, United States HEMTT. It says kit not suitable for ages of 14 and under, and Gavin Booth. They know me only too well. It's an 8x8. It's only the tractor unit, and I was quite happy with that. Now, if you want to see this in a 1 in 35 scale, and with so many alterations and moving parts to it, you want to go over and check Seamys at Seamys BMW channel. Or Seamys BMW, but Seamys BMW channel. There'll be a link in the description, hopefully. He's doing a 1 in 35 scale HEMTT, but he's doing the Patriot system with the anti-aircraft missile system, and he's lighting it up. He's got moving rams, let's call it, up and down. Moving the launchers up and down. I believe he might have put resin tyres on his, I'm not sure. I might be wrong. But, he's going to town as he always does on his. I'm just doing the little old 1 in 72 scale tractor unit. That's good enough for me. I don't know if a lot of the Chinese companies now don't seem to be putting units in, particularly service units that are in their models. So it'll be interesting to see if this one does. I'm not going to say mine's in Afghanistan or Iraq. It could just as well be on a training area in Arizona or New Mexico or anywhere else in the United States for that matter. So let's go down and take a look. So again, hopefully this will get built in time. It's not huge. I've obviously got a load of other stuff on at the same time. This is why I also don't go into many group builds. It's no reason against anybody. It's just with my messed up head, I put so much pressure on myself. I'm already feeling the pressure now because I'm thinking I've got to get this done by the end of February. Hopefully it's the end of February and not the beginning of February. But it shouldn't take long. I bought this, by the way. If you ever go and check out, I won't put a link in the description because everybody knows Plasmo. Go over to Plasmo's channel, and he did a Oshkosh build, and that inspired me last year to get this. I was building already at the time, and I didn't know when I was getting. My wife always says, "Why do you get these kits in and figures for that matter that you don't do?" And the problem is, and it's not an excuse. All right, it might be, but it works for Steve Jones with his missus, so it might work with mine. The fact is, it's like the ships. I've always told her I'll get a ship, like I got Invincible the other day. I got that purely because it was a decent price, and I'd already got Art Royal, and there's not a lot of difference between both ships. In fact, they've probably got both. You could build either of the Three Sisters Illustrious as well. It's just a fact that if they're out there, you don't know when they're going to come back. I've got to get an HMS Fearless at some stage, because before, Airfix are bringing out their new range for this year in the next few days probably, and I'm hoping they bring out another vintage warship, classic warship. So all I'm saying is, saw this, knew I couldn't build it anytime soon, but it just looked such a nice kit. I went off and I checked, some of the sprue shots and that online, and I thought, yeah, I've got to have a go at this, and that's the reason we got it. I could have also done the Ferret armoured car. I never thought about it at the time when I sent Joachim the photograph of this, and I've got no chance of fitting the armoured car in now, but I've got the Airfix armoured car to build as well. Cars, car for Tom, car for Sean, many ships. We can't even go into how many ships I'm building. obviously the Oshkosh, the HEMTT that's getting built now. I've still got the Dragonfly to finish off. At some stage, maybe do the motorbike. Oh no. Oh, there's loads, and I would like to do the Starfighter at some stage this year as well. Right, let's go down and take a look. Right, you can see everything's still in the bag. Unfortunately, all the sprues they do give you the cab is separate, a nice little, what's it called, slide moulding, so you won't have to build that up. It's all in the bag, but everything else is dumped in. It looks like you get an engine with it as well. Plastic tyres, which I'm happy about, as in hard plastic. And we'll have a quick look. Right, we're off to a flying start. In a sense, I've just already leafed through the instructions, and well, we'll have a look. Open up into a fold out, so I'm going to have to just run it along the screen. Starting with the cab, seated area, steering wheel, all that stuff. It seems quite involved for a little kit. That could be good or it could be bad. You build the chassis rails up yourself. But luckily I've been watching enough of Jeff Donahue's work to know that I can build a chassis and it will be in line. Who are we kidding? But yeah, it looks fairly involved. They do look. It appears fairly not self-explanatory, but that, you know, everything seems to be arrows pointing in the right direction. You do get to build a complete engine, so I suppose you could maybe have the cab tilted forward if you can do that. I'm literally going to build this out the box. There we go. Is there anything else? So that's it. Now, I don't know if you've noticed anything there. There is absolutely no. You get this sheet of decals. I'm not going to get them out of the bag for now, but you know, obviously lots of bits and pieces, and they have no decal placement whatsoever. There's no colour call-outs whatsoever. None. There was me saying, oh, some Chinese companies don't do units at all. Well, this has a US Army on there, but no colour, no decal call-outs whatsoever, no colour call-outs whatsoever. I will get this out because that looks quite ripply actually, the glass. Let's have a look. Oh, my life. We've got, good luck with seeing anything in that. I can't work out if that's fingerprints that have been put in the mould or what, but no, you can see all the ripple through there. I mean, it's 172, I'm not too prissy. There's a nice big scratch across it as well. But there's just absolutely ripples all the way through everything there. It's like a waves inside. So disappointed with that, you can see it. So if you're into, really clear, I mean, I'm going to put some dust on mine so it's savable, but you would like, for a kit that has a lot of parts to it for a little kit, you'd think that they'd get the glass clear parts sorted, wouldn't you? So I'm not impressed with that at all. Let's get that out of the way so the camera can concentrate. Let's just have a look at this cab. As I say, I'm going to put some dust on it, hopefully, so it won't be too bad. Integral windscreen wipers, I'm happy with that. Lovely fine detail. You often find with some of these Chinese companies, they can produce some really good detailed parts and then completely fall down in other areas, and I don't understand it in this day and age when everything's moving on so much, that something like those clear parts and not to have any type of decal placement. Or let me just check on the side of the box, maybe no, there's nothing on the side of the box, didn't expect there to be really. So I'll have to do a bit of colour research. I was just going to use whatever paint I'd got in the... I wasn't going to buy any more paint for it, because I'm a firm believer that by the time you've weathered something up, these parts of our engine, you know, you're already changing the colours of the paint anyway. Drivetrain, springs. I say some lovely detail on everything. That's what I'm saying. It's weird with it. Sometimes I don't get the instructions right. I mean, I watched that Nigel's modelling bench when he's doing unboxings, and some of the instructions leave so much to be desired. Jeff gets the occasional problems as well, and you just think, well, you know, you can do all this and then fall down something like them clear parts that, or instructions that aren't right. I'm not saying these aren't. They seem to know what they're saying, but I'm surprised they can't seem to be bothered to get some colours. I mean, you don't have to be tied in with a paint company. Just give people rough ideas. There's a bit of... Doesn't help, you see. They've just been shoved in one bag, and I've got a fair bit of scrapage and a couple of nicks in the fuel tank there. Nothing major that a little sand over won't cure. And again, just you've got all these lovely detailed parts, and we'll just shove them all in one bag and let you know. And they're very deep, and they're very fine as well, like these light units. I mean, it's not hard to get them bashed into oblivion. Our chassis rails. Yeah, we've got some decent bolt detail on them. The grille, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who'll go out and get if you were going to do the throw, you know, if I'd got the time to, and the group build's given, I mean, it's 3 months to do the group build. It's not, but it's just in my own, you know, I've got so much on. I don't want to get bogged down too much in no arch. We've got Michelin X on the side. I don't know if that's spelled right or not, but that never really overly bothers me. You know, some people get a bit, they want to see the exact detail, you know, printed on the outside of a tyre, but I'm not normally that fussed. I quite like the plastic tyres actually, rather than the rubber ones. Obviously this gives you the extra tread detail, this central band. And there we go. So it's, you know, not overly hard. I say I am really shocked that you don't get any paint call outs or where to put your decals. Oh well, we'll go and check out some footage online. When I bought this, I was actually thinking of doing an Israeli one. Then I thought of doing an American one in Iraq or Afghanistan. But when I'm doing like stuff like that, I like to throw more at it, you know, chuck stowage on and whatever. And I just want this to be a nice, clean looking. Well, clean as in I'll put some dirt on and some weathering, but yeah. So it says clear parts. I don't think they're that clear, Modelcollect. It's like something out of the 1970s. Right, but again, as I say, I'm going to put a dust on them, detract from a lot of that. So, if that's whetted your appetite, maybe go out and look for one. As I say, you know, yes, clear parts. If you want clear parts, you're not going to find them in here. I mean, you know, you could say maybe some of the other ones that they've produced don't have that, but I wouldn't hold your breath by the look of it. I mean, that's not just the odd bit, that's gone through everything, that waviness. Through every single clear panel. But, you know, again, it's not something you can't hide up with a bit of dust, you know. Put a bit of masking tape, show where the windscreen wipers have wiped them away. But yeah, these are, I don't know if you can read that there, I'll give you a bit about it, but is it saying like, you know, they're often used, apart from towing the Patriots and that, they're also used for towing engineering and construction equipment. Basically anything logistic really. I did fancy the one with they said they had there was an earlier version with a generator and a high ab crane on, and I would have liked that one, but this was out there and I just snapped it up again. This was about 20 quid at the time. I thought it was a really good price. As I say, the clear parts don't detract from it. It's annoying. I think companies at this day and age could do better than that. But for someone like myself, I can go away. I enjoy doing the research anyway, so to go and check up not so much paint colours as in what manufacturers of paint, but you know what they're looking like in the field is what I'm more saying. I know they've got the black tyres and all the black hubs and everything, or quite often they have, and I've often seen them sometimes with a mix where they've obviously been swapped around from different ones. But if you're somebody getting into the hobby, either completely new or returning, you'd like a bit more guidance than that. You know, you'd like to say, right, these are the type of paints you need. You don't even have to call them out for the manufacturer, just say, you know, hey, Desert this or whatever, and these are where you place the decals we've given you. You know? Oh well, right. But so it looks a very detailed kit, so hopefully it goes together with a smooth fit, and I'll give you updates. You know, I'll give you updates. So looking forward to this one. I'm going to be getting more or less straight on this after I've got a bit of figure work to do for a couple of hours. I've got some more work on HMS Avenger to do tonight. She's got all her dark grey decks, but they're being weathered they're going to be weathered at the moment, and I've got a load of other painting to do. And I've also clouted the hull twice with the dark grey paint. So I'm going to see if I can wipe that away, because it's acrylic. I'm going to see if I can wipe it away with some stuff and see if it doesn't wipe away the lacquer underneath. We might be lucky, might save it that way. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get the spray again out and start again. So anyway, lots going on, but this is now officially getting started, and hopefully I'll get it done by the end of the group build. Look after yourselves, and we'll catch each other soon on one of Gav's many videos.